Welcome to the light space, everyone. How to make life easy. Let's get into it. If someone had mentioned the concept of living a life of ease to me a few years ago, I would have pictured myself kicking back on a sunbed somewhere hot, drinking endless margaritas and spending my days tanning under the hot sun. But this isn't quite what the term means. Living a life of ease means staying centered and balanced throughout life challenges, stepping into a life of flow and gently progressing from one achievement to the next along your journey. Growing up, we're always taught that struggling and suffering are just natural parts of life, but this isn't true. Hard work is required to make big advancements, but does hard work have to go hand in hand with struggle? Of course not. If you enjoy what you're doing and don't overwork yourself, hard work can be great fun. That's something I've learned after much of my unnecessary struggle. How we perceive a situation is what mostly creates suffering. If you got fired from your job one day, is this bad news? Most people would say yes, but if you took a moment to look at the bigger picture whilst remaining in a state of trust and faith, you might soon realize that the job you were in was making you very unhappy, and a much greater job was waiting just around the corner. You just had to follow the clues. One of the most important parts of living a life of ease is to make a habit of not reacting. Take a moment to pause, assess the situation without resorting to panic or feeling like a victim. Remember, nobody is a victim unless they choose to see themselves that way. There is always light in every darkness, yet so many of us panic and react in the dark so much that we never find the light. Faith and trust destroy fear, so choose those feelings as often as you can. They are essential for staying in a state of flow. One of the most powerful tools for a life of ease is knowing exactly what you want from life. When you have a clear idea of your chief aim, the universe will guide you there. You just have to follow the clues. Like Wallace Wattle says, spend your leisurely hours contemplating your vision. If you don't know what you want yet, just take a few moments to think about what makes you happy. Forget about words like job, and gently scan your mind for something that provokes joy and excitement. Whatever generates the most enthusiasm can be turned into a living. Just take a while to think. We all have passions. What I have come to realize is that life ultimately wants the best for us. It is always there to guide us to a greater path. So many of us get lost because we get caught up in our reactions and negative perceptions. Once you cultivate poise and calm, you can see things from a higher perspective and find many amazing opportunities that you hadn't even noticed before. If you find yourself lost or confused, do not panic. It happens to all of us. Accept and embrace the uncertainty. Yield to the unknown. I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but I'm going to remain centered and optimistic so I don't miss out on any opportunities that might arise. Don't get lost if one way doesn't work. Stay flexible and see what else is available. What you'll probably find is that a greater outcome than you could have envisaged before will present itself. Try this experiment. Spend 1 week not complaining about anything. Do whatever keeps you centered and balanced. Meditate, go to the gym, have fun. Eventually you will start to realize that there is nothing to complain about at all, only what you choose to perceive as negative. The more time spent complaining, the less we get done, and the more negativity we allow into our lives. Whatever happens, we always have a choice as to how we perceive things, which can hugely determine what action we take next. Learn to think positively and see the good in everything. See the good in every person. And if you can't, simply find peace. You can always find peace. One day you will wake up and feel free. Things will be easy and you'll wonder what you were ever struggling over. Stay centered and remember, we're not going to be here for long, so you may as well do what you've got to do and be who you've got to be, without resisting. Let it be and accept. The more you go with the flow, the easier life will be, and the more fun you will have. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.